Good afternoon and welcome to Follow Your Brush with Pam. Come fly with me, come fly, let's fly away. It is summertime in the city, it's hot here, so I am back in my studio with the fan on, air conditioning on, and trying out some new sketchbooks. We could talk all day about paper, we could swatch all day about paper, and I know people on Facebook swatch all day. I have seen hours and hours of swatching. That's not what I'm here to do. But I did want to compare a couple new sketchbooks with you. This particular one that I'm working in right as we speak is from Baohong, Baohong. I'll put the link in the description. It's 140 pound. Cold press, has a nice texture, and I'm really enjoying working with this one. This is one that I already did the other day. It's a scene from Denmark that I had taken when we were there, and I sketched this out from one of my reference photos from about 6 years ago when we were in Denmark, and I painted that. But I like this. In fact, I liked it so much I went ahead and ordered another one, even though I hadn't gotten very far in painting. And this is what I'm working on right now because I just wanted to show you how it takes to the water and the paper and how they work together. So this is a moth that my daughter found in the yard. We have a lot of little creatures that come and visit us. We have raccoons, we have deer, we have birds. And so they all become models for me, for my artwork. So this is a moth that I started working on in my Baohong. But I also wanted to talk about a new product that came yesterday. So I'm going to set this one aside and show you, whoops, I'm sorry, I'm always dropping things. I wanted to show you this. This is called the Large Cotton Book. And it's exactly that. It's a large cotton book. I counted it. This particular one has 85 pages. Let me come out just a little bit so you can see a little better. That's 85 pages, and they're all handmade. The information says that it's handmade in India, and it's sold by Top Drawer, like the top drawer of your bureau or your dresser. Top Drawer, I just Googled Top Drawer and it immediately came up. They sell stationery supplies, pens, pencils, all type of accessories for your office, but they also sell paper. And this is called the Large Cotton Book. Now, it's handmade, so each page is very textured and very varied and different from the previous page. The edges are deckled, but it's very lightweight. I don't know if you can see, it's not the 140 pound like my Arches. It's very light. Here's an Arches sketchbook that they now have available that they had discontinued for a while. Now they have it back out, 6x10. 140 pound, and the paper on this, you can hear the difference actually, as well as see the difference. See how it's heavy, where this is very flexible and light. So when I first got it, I thought, I just don't know how this is going to work, or if I would even like it, because I'm not used to that. What I do when I get a sketchbook to overcome that fear of what are you going to paint on the first page, I always go to the back page. So on the back page, I did a test run with my Gallo greens and yellow palette, and I just did an imaginary scene of trees and foliage a little bit here. And I actually liked it. Came out nicely. The other side did not bleed through. So technically, if I wanted to, I could use this other side. When I was on the site, it said it had 180 some pages, but I think what they're doing is they're counting using both sides, because this has 85 pages. I went through and counted them. They're all going to vary a little bit differently in size, but they're extremely thin. Then last night, since the last page came out well, I did come back in and I did the front page. I like to draw birds. I have a lot of birds on my deck, come to our feeder, and we take pictures of them as best we can. And so I like to paint them and sketch them. And this is one that I did last night, just plain. But I like the way the texture came in the tree trunk. Can you see that? Look at how that texturized that. Part of that is from the paper and part of it is the granulating paint as well. So I want to kind of give you an example. We're going to come in here and I'm going to just wet this a little bit. Let's just kind of wet an area. Hopefully you can see this. It is beading up a little bit, but it will absorb into this cotton paper. It's really delightful. But I wanted to share it because often when I share something or talk about something, people, want to find out about it or they want to go buy it. And this might not be for you. So that's why I wanted to do this. This is following the water, which I always enjoy doing. That's one of my favorite ways of painting. Is just letting the water go in and then let it run. And this is a chromite brown from Gallo from their yellow set, their yellow palette. So here we go. There is a beginning of a tree. I'm going to hold it up a little bit and let it run and let you see how that runs a little bit. See how that paint runs down there. And because the paper is so textured, it does give a beautiful granulation. So if you like granulating colors, this would be a paper that you would probably enjoy having. You come in with just a wet brush with just a little bit that I have not pre-wet and see how that does on the paper. Because of the texture, it's kind of like putting on a dry brush. Come back in with my water and let it run down. There's a puddle. Let's go back up. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then when it dries, it really does give a really lovely texture of granulation. So if you like that, it's definitely not an arches. It's definitely not like the Baohong that I was just showing you. This is a very soft paper. When it gets wet, it almost feels to me like cloth. So it's probably cotton rag, I'm assuming. I'm going to come in here with, from the yellow palette, I'm going to switch over here to my green palette, also from Gallo. And let me just put some green on here with the side of my brush. This is my brush from Tracy Levinson. Handmade bamboo handle. And I actually, personally, I enjoy the way with this textured paper that the paint kind of skips on the page. And that's from the texture of the paper. So I do enjoy that. Let me get some Quin Gold in here because I like this Quin Gold on this palette. I was thinking about fall colors already. I know it's not time. See how this blends and moves around. And as you can see from that other painting that I did last night, it really dries beautifully. Come in here and let's give it some, maybe something at the bottom of my tree. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. But just to give you an idea. Get a little background here. There's some more wet on wet. But I wanted to show this to you because it is really, it's really lovely paper. And it is 100% cotton, although as you can see, it's not 140 pound. But the way that the paper dried, you really could use the other side. You really, really could use the other side if you wanted to. I don't think I want to, but if I did, I could probably. So this is the cotton, the large cotton book is the way it's described on topdrawer.com. Handmade in India. Come up on this side a little bit. Let's add a little something up here. Now it's wet on dry, but I'm going to come back in and add some water. It also, the one that I was doing last night, I discovered that it did lift well after it had dried a little bit, and I came in and I wanted to lift a little bit in my bird that I was painting. And it did lift. The colors did lift, so you need to be aware of that. All those kind of things that we think about and want to know. And but it's a really pretty paper. Let me come back in here and maybe add some more of this, make this into a tree branch. You can do that also. So I'm liking this, and I wanted to just explain it a little bit and what it is, because people were asking on my group last night. I'm going to do a live in my group at 3 o'clock today to talk about it and show them what it does. Now, right now, as you can see, it is wet. Obviously, because I keep coming back to it. But it does dry nicely when it does dry. Just give it some time, have patience with it. It's one of my biggest faults is having patience with my with myself and giving my paintings time to do what they want to do and what they need to do without interfering and giving it a hard time. So I'm going to kind of come back in here and add some more texture in this. But I like it, and I wanted to just do a little spot on it for you if you're interested. Top Drawer, and I think my member that recommended it to me from my Follow Your Brush group on Facebook. You can also use the side of my brush here and get some nice textures. I like that. It's hard for me to stop. I'm gonna just add some more branches here. This brush has a beautiful tip, and I'm always wanting to kind of sweep it around. We can lift this a little bit, let it run. But I'm liking this. I really do like this paper. Like I say, it is not 140 pound. It's very light, very delicate, but it does not bleed through. Look at that. It doesn't come through to the other side, so you can use both sides if you desire. So this is the big cotton book ordered from Top Drawer. I have another sketch here that I'm going to do in a little bit when I go live. And this is the bird that I did last night. So if you're interested in that, my paints are from A Gallo. They have their sale coming up the end of last Sunday of each month, and you can go to agallocolors.com and I'll post that information as well. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you desire. I always forget to say that in the beginning. So if you're still watching, like and subscribe. It helps the algorithms and YouTube likes to know what people are watching. Thanks again, and I'll see you later. Bye.